You guys know what? This show is so good. It almost makes you want to cry. Honestly, this reminds me of why I started watching wrestling in the first place. Why I love wrestling. Why I love watching the matches. Why I should care about the matches. Why I should care about the storyline. I know I've said it before, but it's worth repeating each and every show because if something is good, I should be able to say it's good. And I really don't want these reviews to seem like a big old circle jerk, you know. Oh, Lucha's so cool. Like a lot of people do with ROH, I've heard. Or NXT, the reviewing those shows. I really don't want this to seem that way. I guess you have to see it for yourself. If you haven't yet see it, do yourself the favor and watch this. I just enjoy these shows so much and look forward to it every single week. I've said it. Wednesday is my new favorite day of the week because of Lucha. And every episode that I've seen makes me want to watch it again next week. At the end of each show, something comes up. Some revelation, something that blows your mind or something that's going to come up. And this week we had something very, very awesome. The Luchador review. So this show started off with a vignette. It was Vampiro looking in the mirror like with a bunch of voices in his head. He said, I tried. So I'm not doing it verbatim, right? He's like, I tried to get these demons out of me. Something like that. And Ian, I thought it was Ian this whole time. And I thought these were dreams. So it's him feeling Vampiro, his character, a vampire inside of him this whole time, and him believing that it's a dream. And he said last year, which was last season, I let him come out with me. I let him come out through me, which was when he faced Pentagon Jr. in that Cero Miedo match when he came out as Vampiro. And he said, I needed a prodigy. And he had Pentagon Jr. right there kneeling in front of him. He's like, yes, my son. And basically he's saying, this guy's going to wreck shit up for me. Awesome vignette. Awesome vignette. This show started off with the, excuse me, the first match on the show was Jack Evans. Jack, the Dragon Slayer, took the microphone away from Melissa and said like, oh, you suck on commentary. This is how you do it. I'm going to make Drago my bitch. Such a heel. That's how you make a freaking heel, guys. And we're against PJ Black. And, excuse me once again. The match was going on. Jack Evans is such a spectacular athlete. Doing flips in all over the place from a clothesline to a heel kick. Doing flips. Oh man, I got the hiccups. Almost for no reason. But it's so cool to watch. He's so fun to watch. Drago came out. And he was on top. And Jack Evans was like, come down. He went down. Grabbed the steel chairs. Like, come down, you motherfucker. Basically. And he started coming down. PJ Black hit him from behind. What's his name? Drago came down. And he had PJ Black did a roll up on. It was a roll up. It was one of those pin moves, a backslide on Jack Evans, and Drago went for he threw a green mist, kind of like Tajiri, but except more exaggerated because he's an actual dragon. Yes, Drago is an actual dragon, and you could do some of that silly stuff, some of this showmanship stuff in Lucha Underground because it's a show. It never fronts to be real. It's a show all the way. And he throws a miss. He misses Jack Evans. And it hits. He misses PJ Black. And it hits Jack Evans. And he does the roll through. And he's like, yeah. Drago goes into the ring. PJ Black leaves. Building up feuds. That's what Lucha Underground does. And that's what there was 4 matches today. 4 matches. This is what Lucha Underground does. The second match was Killshot versus King Cuerno. From the start of it, you're like, this is going to be a good match. This is going to be a great lucha match, a high-flying match. And yes, it was. There was a lot of A lot of high spots. Of course, you got the arrow. You got the arrow from King Cuerno. A lot of high spots from these two guys. The thing that comes up is Phoenix. Actually, King Cuerno wins the match with his. I forgot what it's called. The Hunted, something called the Hunted. And he pinned him 1, 2, 3. He goes on, does it again. It's like a tombstone type of move, like the tombstone. But he brings the guy's legs down, so his legs are coming down this. So it's a shorter tombstone. So I believe it's for it to have more impact. He goes for it again. Once the match is over, Phoenix comes running into the ring, and King Cuerno runs off like a coward, like a heel guy. Like a heel like the heel does. Like a lot of heels run away, and he did, which sets up another rivalry, right? Man, such great storytelling, such great building up rivalries, and you get great matches in between time. Anyway, we have next match, the third match, and it was before the 30-minute mark. I was like, we're going to have 4 matches today? Because obviously we're going to have Cage versus Johnny Mundo. And it was Tejano in a gauntlet match against the Crew and Chavo Guerrero. Building up another feud between Tejano and Chavo. Tejano kicks, in the first kick that he did against Cisco, he pins him. And then he makes pretty easy work of Cortez Castro, who's an undercover cop. That didn't really play any role in this show, but he beats him. Probably does like 2 minutes on Castro. And then Chavo Guerrero comes up, and Tejano proceeds to beat the living hell out of Chavo Guerrero. But the Crew gets up, and Chavo Guerrero pins Tejano, and they use his own rope to pin his legs down so he couldn't kick out. And Chavo Guerrero's holding the bull rope. Of course, obvious symbolism, like, I own you, motherfucker. So, building up more feuds, guys. This is how you do it. Why can't every wrestling promotion get it? It's about storytelling. It's about the matches. But it's about looking forward. Why should I care next week or the week after that? This is why I care about Lucha Underground. This is why I'm so passionate about it nowadays. Speaking of storytelling, we get another vignette. It was Katrina. It would look like a gym, like an old gym. And Pentagon's in the ring. He's like, Katrina, I want Puma. I want Prince Puma. In Spanish, of course. And she's like, why should I give it to you? And they start fighting. They start like doing this acting roll up. Totally look like a movie. And Pentagon gets Katrina in her armbar. And she's just like, As she like disappears, goes to the other side of the ring. Because she has powers. Katrina, I think in Spanish, in like the Day of the Dead, they paint their lips like a skeleton. And that's a Katrina. So it might mean someone paranormal or a ghost. I gotta look more into the meaning. But I googled Katrina, and that's what came up in the images. People painting their faces as skeleton for Dia de los Muertos, for Day of the Dead in Mexico. So she has powers. She escaped it by teleporting to the other side of the ring, and she walks off. And she's like, "You want Prince Puma? You could have it. You could have him." So I'm not sure if it's going to happen next week or maybe the week after that. But probably not going to happen next week because we got our main event set up at the end of Lucha Underground. Oh boy, it's a big deal. Anyway, but she said, putting your hands on me is the biggest mistake you could have made. So, you got that. Main event. Johnny Mundo versus Cage. Great hard-hitting guy versus this guy that does a bunch of backflips and a whole bunch of moves, acrobatics. Great story. Cage got very winded because it was a very high-paced match. Man, Johnny Mundo's such a good athlete. He did a springboard onto one side of the ring, goes to the rope, like it's a triangle, right? He does it on this, and then he jumps on the other one, does like a bunch of spitty moves onto the outside of Brian Cage. Extremely good athlete. At the end of the match, Cage does his finisher, his Weapon X. He goes in to pin him, and then the referee's distracted because this chick comes out. No, she didn't have a mask. This chick comes out, throws a lead pipe into the ring, and she walks up into the apron. And the referee's like, what the hell? What are you doing? So everybody gets distracted. Cage is like, what the fuck? Why are you been in the match? I'm a meathead and all this stuff, right? And she's just dancing and around the ring. And Vampiro's like, she's from Mexico. Her name is Taya. Taya, she's from Mexico. I guess she's Canadian, but made a name of herself in Mexico. Taya, this white girl, right? Blonde. Pretty attractive. I don't think she's attractive like as Katrina. Katrina's a beauty, man. Katrina's a beautiful lady, so sexy star. Anyway, Melissa, yeah, beautiful woman in Lucha Underground. But Johnny Mundo comes up, picks up the pipe, hits him across the skull, pins him. He's all knocked out. Taya comes off. She starts slapping him, and then they put him against the turnbuckle, the bottom turnbuckle. He's all knocked out, right? And she does like a double knee running right to his freaking dome, and they just there like so. That's what we got. We got 3 stories getting built and a new character, and possibly furthering this story between Cage and Johnny Mundo. So what a great show. But it didn't end there. It ended with a vignette. And this vignette was King Cuerno demanding his title shot against Mil Muertes. And he's like, I don't give a damn if Mil Muertes has a broken arm or not. He's a gift of the gods title. He's puts it on the table. I have this title and I want this title shot next week. And Katrina's like, no. God, Katrina's Katrina's like, no. It's like, why? I deserve this match. And she said, because I already have a match lined up for you. And that's next week. And this match will be for your title. And it's against Phoenix. He's like, God damn it. And she said, well, you better be ready for a lot of lucha. Because this will be a ladder match. And that's when I almost burst off crying. And I said, this show is so good. And I want to keep watching it. You got a ladder match next week between King Cuerno, who's the Gift of the Gods champion, and Phoenix in a freaking ladder match. Man, if you haven't checked out the show, seriously, guys, don't just listen to me. Listen to all the other recommendations, man. We are not exaggerating. We are not lying. If you are a wrestling fan, you will love this show. I already converted one of my homies that hasn't watched wrestling in years to this show. He's been watching. He's been telling me all about how he's watching, showing me. He's been watching videos on it on YouTube, man. Trust me, this is a must-watch show. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and you guys have a great day. Please subscribe for more reviews. Peace.